for the officer coming in from all over the state tonight for the family and the small town of Santaquin.
News specialist Shelby Lofton continues our coverage tonight in Santaquin.
Dan and Debbie, we have been live outside the Santaquin City Hall for the last several hours, and in that time, so many people, individuals, family members, groups of people have come by, and many of them emotional, really too many of them to count, and they've come to pay their respects. I'll take a step aside so you can see this growing memorial right outside the City Hall. We're seeing so many flowers, dozens of bouquets, a lot of signs. One big one says, "Thank you, 14J4, for your service." Another says, "We're praying for your family." Many people have come up here clearly emotional, many of them making some silent remarks in their heads, paying silent tributes. Some of them told me that they knew this man personally. It's someone they recognized from the community. They saw him in his patrol car. Some people say he was a stranger to them, but they wanted to honor his sacrifice today. And they said in a small town like Santaquin, you know, the police officers who work to protect the public every single day.
Just breaks your heart over and over every time you hear it.
An officer killed in the line of duty has shaken this small Utah County town.
We protect our officers.
Joseph Davis couldn't believe what he was hearing on the police scanners.
I heard that there was, a wreck.
What he learned as Santaquin police officer was killed early Sunday morning.
I thought, no, we can't have that. We can't have that stuff. We got to keep our officers going.
Shantae Johnson is trying to help the fallen officer's family after the devastating loss.
They're just feeling the ultimate loss, and they just don't know what to do.
Her husband, Draper Police Sergeant Derek Johnson, was shot and killed in 2013.
I just know that it's going to be hard for her, and we can just be here as a beacon of hope now.
Johnson met with the Santaquin police officer's wife and family.
They're searching for any answers that they can get, and they just want to wake up from this nightmare, and it's just not to be real.
She said the house is already full of family members and gifts from friends, but she knows firsthand the pain the officer's widow is feeling.
Grief doesn't have a timeline, and that it's going to hurt for a minute, and it's okay to just let it hurt and to let people help.
Dozens of community members and first responders showed their support for the family, lining the procession route along I-15.
It's so big and so immediate and so unconditional, and everyone just jumps.
Bouquets, flags, notes, and silent tributes were made in front of the Santaquin Police Department.
It's beautiful and well-deserved.
Many honoring a man they knew and loved. But for others, he was a stranger they thank for his service and sacrifice.
Fly your flags and put your blue lights out and write letters and thank a police officer.
And all this afternoon and tonight, officers from neighboring departments have surrounded this building with their lights on. They've each been taking turns keeping eyes on this memorial and just making sure everyone is accommodated for. They've come up and asked people how they're doing, if they're okay. We're looking at an American Ford police car right here overlooking this memorial as people continue to come and pay their respects. We also learned that tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m., there will be another procession that will bring this fallen officer back home here to Santaquin. We will be there covering that, and we'll continue to tell this story and all of the wide-reaching impacts it's had in the state of Utah. I'll send it back to you.
And a huge heartfelt show of support from the community for that fallen officer's family today. Shelby, thanks for that report.